man dubbed the East Coast Rapist has just a few minutes ago appeared before a judge in New Haven. After eluding police up and down the East Coast for more than a decade, police arrested a suspect in New Haven on Friday. News 8's Jamie Muro live outside of New Haven Superior Court this noon with the latest. Jamie?
Well, Keith, good afternoon. You knew when Aaron Thomas was about to enter the courtroom. The reason for that, there was a buzz in the room, and then the number of judicial marshals doubled. Well, then they led Thomas in shackles. He had his head down. He was wearing a black hat, dark sunglasses. You could make out a tattoo on his left arm. A marked different appearance than when he entered the courtroom. We want to show you a picture courtesy of the New Haven Register. Actually, when he was brought in today, he was not even wearing a short. Now, the prosecuting attorney here today saying that Thomas had said to investigators over the weekend, quote, "I'm surprised you haven't picked me up sooner." Also saying statements like, "I have a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality when it comes to women." In fact, the attorney even saying today that he was even making statements to marshals of his guilt about this whole case, this decades-long case of more than a dozen women potentially raped up and down the eastern seaboard. But when we talk about how Thomas says, "Why haven't you picked me up sooner?" Well, authorities really saying that this widespread media campaign was influential, rather, in making this arrest.
Ultimately, the billboard and the media campaign led to a detailed tip that helped to crack this case. As we've said before, the public is our greatest resource. This is a case in point. The billboards were live last Monday, and by Friday, the suspect was in custody.
And there were some gaps in the courtroom as they discussed his case in relation to the things he is accused of. He is still being held on a $1 million cash bond. His next court date is March 22nd. We are live in New Haven. I'm Jamie Muro, News 8.